sa sa hamon at problema. Kahit ang magkakapareho may pagkakaiba, ngunit ang pinagkaiba sa atin ang pagkakaisa. Sulong lang, sabay-sabay sa bundok na matarik, parang sugat na lika na maapakan ng tinig. Diretso lang, kahit gano'ng kalupit, hindi ikot ang segundo sa relo na pabalik. Tumingin ka sa liwanag na sa'yo'y papalapit, makinig ka sa katotohanan na aming sinasabit. Madadapa ka minsan, kakayanin mo pa rin dahil ang pusong biyuin nyo sa data mo sa dilim.
Nangangarap, biyuhin nyo, nagsisikap, sama-sama sa pangarap, nabibisin tayong
Kakaibang gawin sa ating hati-hati, subalit sa huli nawawagi. Marahil ay iba't iba, ang kulay kilos sa salita, subalit sa huli manlalahim. Ang pusong biyuin nyo, pusong biyuin nyo, pusong biyuin nyo, pusong biyuin nyo. Ang pusong biyuin niya.
tatak biyuhin nyo. Wow, oh, wow, 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 oh. Wow, oh, wow, 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 oh. Wow, oh, wow, wow, wow. Mga pangarap kayang apatin, pag-asa ng ambisyon natin, di kukuha tulog-tulog.
Saan man magpuntay, isa ang ulong.
Ako, ikaw, tayo, kahit sino pa, pantay-pantay ang tingin sa isa't isa. Isang pangarap,
Isang hangarin, tayo ay kakbiyuin nyo. Sumayo, umiyak, sumayaw tayo, biyuin nyo. Sama-sama tayo, tunay nga na ganda ang talay ng ating mga puso. Walang susuko, kahit anong problema, wala lang yan basta idaan sa ngiti lang. Pasabayan at laging isipin na tayo'y tatak biyuin nyo. Wow, oh, wow, 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 oh. Wow, oh, wow, 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 oh. Wow, oh, wow, wow, wow.
puso't isipan, nariyan ang taglay. Handang matutong marunong maghintay. Sa pagsubok, di matitinag.
Kahit saan man iharap, di tayo papalag.
Ako, ikaw, tayo, kahit sino pa, pantay-pantay ang tingin sa isa't isa. Isang pangarap, isang hangarin, tayo ay tatak biyuin nyo.
Sumayo, umiyak, sumayaw tayo, biyuin nyo. Sama-sama tayo, tunay nga na ganda ang talay ng ating mga puso. Walang susuko, kahit anong problema, wala lang yan basta idaan sa ngiti lang. Pasok na yan at laging isipin na tayo'y tatak biyuin nyo.
Ngunit kahit di mabuti ang kinakasaglakan, mga balakid sa daan parang hindi malagpasan. Tumingala, sa bituin ng karunungan pag sinabing biyuhan nyo, hindi yan urungan. ay dugo-kasun ating tinataglay. Ilabas mo sa baon, talentong ibinigay sa atin ng Diyos Ama. Kumbaga, baka sa kanila kung di ka nilinaw, patuloy niyan kanta.
Mga talento natin na iba-iba, sa pamumuno tayo'y nagiging isa.
Sa serbisyo, hindi nagsusukuan. Kahit di na kaya,
Ay kakayanin pa.
Pangarap ko nasa bawat paghinga kasama ang lahat. Nasa kahit na anong oras, hindi matatamay sa agos. Nangarap, nagsisigap,
Niyayakap at pagkakaiba, may kasiyahan, pagmamahalan.
at respeto sa bawat.
Good morning. It is my honor to welcome you all to the Bicol University Department of Science and Technology Bahig Scientist Program, Bahig Puso, Bahig, Pilipinas. To start with, may I call on Dr. Maria Teresa Abalon Malandilla of the BU College of Science Biology Department to lead the opening prayer, and to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, to be conducted by the Director of the Institute of Physical Education, Sports and Recreation, Professor Karina Laluza Saez.
Let us bow our heads and feel the presence of the Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this new day, the new life that you have given each one of us present in this occasion. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to gather here today, for protecting us as we travel, and for providing the way for us to meet, learn, and grow with your guidance. We beg you, Father, to shower us with your Holy Spirit, to engage in the BU DOST Balik Scientist Program, to strengthen the scientific and technological human resources of our academy, Bicol University. Dear Father, you know that we have our plans for this program, talents, abilities, and time to participate, but we believe that you have the best plans for us. For this, dear Lord, we ask you to please give us your wisdom, understanding, and guidance for the effective implementation of these activities. Keep us physically safe and guard our hearts and minds from pride and selfishness. Lord, if it is your will, may you establish the work of our hands and bring to fulfillment all that we have planned for this event. We pray that you make our way purposeful out of your goodness and love. Give love at the forefront of our minds today, the guiding light we're always set out to accomplish in this program. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mirandilla and Director Salas. I did some research, and I've learned that the Balik Scientist Program is one of the brain gain initiatives of the Department of Science and Technology that encourages Filipino scientists, technologists, and experts to return to the country and share their expertise to promote scientific, agro-industrial, and economic development, including the development of the human capital in science, technology, and innovation. The aim of the Balik Scientist Program is to strengthen the scientific and technological human resources, both in the public and private academe, including locally registered enterprises, to accelerate the flow of new technologies in the country. So today, we are honored to have with us one of the awardees of the DOST PCHRD Balik Scientist Program. And she will be staying or having a short-term engagement at the College of Science. So to continue with our program, we shall now be hearing the opening remarks from the program chair of the BS Biology Department. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Lilibeth Aspe Kakulay.
Dr. Rolly Mascareñas, BU President, Dr. Ami Dorosan, VP for Academic Affairs, Dr. Louis Amano, VP for Research, Development and Extension, Deans and Directors, Heads of Offices, fellow colleagues in Bicol University, Dr. Myra O. Villarreal, Balik Scientist Awardee, ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
It is an honor to welcome all of you to the formal presentation of Dr. Myra O. Villarreal, a recipient of the Balik Scientist Program of the Department of Science and Technology. We are blessed as the host institution to have her back in the region through the program, an avenue to share her expertise in the field of cell biology and functional food science. Just a brief background, as given already by our MC just a while ago. The Balik Scientist Program, so in addition to that, this was institutionalized in 2018 through the Balik Scientist Act. So this program seeks to encourage Filipino scientists and technicians abroad to return to the country and share their expertise in order to promote scientific development as well as in other sectors. We are grateful to our countrymen who have accomplished so much in their chosen careers abroad and have taken the time and effort to share their knowledge and expertise para po sa ating bayan. And with this, I would like to take this opportunity to affirm our support to the Balik Scientist Program and to thank our Balik Scientist awardee, Dr. Villarreal, dahil ang kanyang puso ay inilaan para sa Bicol University. Mabuhay ang Balik Scientist, Balik Puso, Balik Pilipinas, at mabuhay po ang ating Bicol University. Maraming salamat at magandang agham sa lahat.
Thank you, Dr. Kahuday. We now proceed to the welcome message from our Vice President for Academic Affairs. Everyone, please help me in welcoming Dr. Amelia Ayo.
Sige. I-ano mo na lang sa kapya. Thank you.
Out of the kindness of the heart, the feet goes back to Bicol. A journey returning back to the homeland and to the home region. So we have today Dr. Mayra O. Villarreal. To our beloved President, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas, Sir Noli, our Vice Presidents who are around, I saw Sir Louis, good morning. The two other Vice Presidents are busy. We have our beloved Deans and Directors who are around. Please show by a raise of hands, please. Ma-check si Sir the attendance. Ayan po, Sir Yaraona. Thank you very much for coming. To our faculty members and department chairs of the College of Science and all the rest of the colleges in the Bicol University. And of course, especially to the Dean of the College of Science, very beautiful, Madam Joy Serrano. And of course, the department head of the Biology Department, I think the Chem Department is here also. I saw the IT, the faculty members, and my home college. Maraming salamat po for coming together and in this event, seeing the fruits of the hard labor of our friends and especially our guest, our Balik Scientist, Dr. Mayra. Sabi kanina ni Beth, Balik Puso. So, Balik Puso, Balik Pilipinas, Balik Scientist. Thank you very much. Our sincerest gratitude, Dr. Mayra, for getting back to our home region. And I got some facts yesterday. This is the first time that the Bicol region is having a Balik Scientist. And Bicol University is one of the first recipient and the host university to receive such an honor for a Bicolana po. Bicolana po si Madam Mayra, kaya pwede kita magtararaman ki Bicol. She is from Naga, and I think Joy is going to introduce her a little while. So, out of the kindness of the heart, the mouth will speak later on, and we will hear the words from Dr. Mayra herself, what's going to happen with her engagement with us here in Bicol University. So from 1975 to 2021, nagkaroon lang po tayo ng 585 according to what DOST has given us in their data. 585 na Balik Scientista, and we have one. So this is indeed a rare opportunity for us. That's the reason why our beloved President has been checking the attendance of our deans and directors a while ago and asking them to come, because this is indeed a rare opportunity. We may not be in the sciences, but the rest of us can learn lessons from this engagement where we can expand our cooperation and our engagement with the rest of the world and with the rest of the fellow Filipinos who are without the country, nandiyan sila sa labas, who might have the heart of returning back to Bicol University. So with this, the purpose actually of the Balik Scientista program of the DOST since 1975 is in the spirit of patriotism for our fellow Filipinos who left the country but who learned more and who are returning to give back and give our country in order to promote scientific, agro-industrial, and economic development, including the development of human capital in science, technology, and innovation. So your presence today, my beloved friends and colleagues in Bicol University, will somehow effect changes in us. As sa kanina maganda yung prayer ni Madam Tess na magkaroon tayo ng bukas na puso ngayong araw para marinig natin mismo galing sa isang siyentista na nag-train sa Japan para pagbalik dito ay matulungan tayo. The aims of the Balik Scientista program of the DOST is to reverse the effect of brain drain, strengthen S&T capabilities, and accelerate the flow of technologies and promote knowledge sharing. So today, I don't think that we will go out of this room without anything to learn from. So my dear friends, I hope that we open our minds and we open our hearts and see what other opportunities we can bring in to Bicol University in order for us to improve the quality, the kind of quality that we wanted for our programs and our faculty in Bicol University. So with this is our warm welcome to Dr. Myra. Thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. And of course, our beloved deans and directors and the faculty members and our VP for RE. And of course, to our dear President who have been very supportive in all our undertakings. So today, we affirm, of course, si Sir Arnoldi ang magsasabi nito, but we affirm our commitment to assist the BUCS in its endeavor. Thank you very much and a happy morning.
Thank you very much, Madam PAA. At this time, the selected students and faculty of the Institute of Physical Education, Sports and Recreation will be rendering a dance number entitled Jota de Manila. Everyone, let's give it up to the IBSR dance group.
Jota de Manila.
Sir Wilvin Mendaza, and the lovely director of the ITSR, Director Salas. So we will not allow this day pass without hearing an inspirational message from our supportive and inspiring university president. My fellow workers in the government service, I give you Dr. Arnulfo Mateo Castellanos.
Ngayon ko lang ako natatraman. Nitram na ni AMS, nitram na ni Beth Kabuday. Kasi kumakanta na nga ako. To our highly distinguished scientists from University of Sububan, Dr. Myra Villarreal, to my fellow officials in the university, to our faculty members, to our dear students, and to all others. Maray na aga sa inyong lubos. The theme of this morning's event is Bakit Ngayon Ka Lang Dumating? Sung by Regine Velasquez and Ogie Alcacid. Why did I choose that theme na Ngayon Ka Lang Dumating? Because friends, since 2016, we've been laboring so hard to get a Baliksyan Pista. As a matter of fact, in 2017, we contacted two scientists, one for IT and another one for fisheries. But I don't know what happened kasi it didn't push through. So when Joy told me last year that negotiations are underway with PCSRD to bring in a fellow Bicolana, but at the time I didn't know yet that it's Dr. Myra. So I was so enthusiastic, I was so interested because that would fulfill our vision of coming up with this program for Baliksyan Pista. If you can recall, my dear friends, when I applied to the presidency of Bicol University, the vision which we would like to pursue then was to become a world-class university, producing leaders and change agents for social transformation and development. And I do believe that one of the pillars for achieving this vision, that is a world-class education, is for us to enhance or to strengthen the foundation for research and development. And that is exactly the message I gave last night when I received the award from the UST dun sa Naga City. But doing so at the time was quite difficult because I was telling the other group yesterday morning in a graduate school that before I became president or before I became research director of the university, less than 5% of the faculty members were doing research. That's the number of faculty members who were active in research. And when I became the director for research, and after I left, it shoot to around 24% of the faculty members. So when I prepared my vision for the university, I thought that this is one area where perhaps we could work out for us to achieve this vision by bringing in Baliksyan Pista, bringing in visiting professors from other universities, because we wanted to infuse new blood, new insights to our faculty members. We would like this new crop of scientists, technologists, to bring in new ideas and help our faculty members come up with proposals, which we could sell to the UST and other funding agencies. And alas, of course, this became a reality this year when I'm almost to finish my term as your 8th president. Mahilig na ako yan. Yes, I'm so happy, Joy, because you helped me achieve this objective. That is why when Joy approached me last week that she wanted to have this program for Dr. Myra, I told you that we have to do ICACO in the university, inviting all concerned deans and directors to attend this event. Because I do believe that we can learn something from Joy's experience. Because it's so hard, my dear friends, to bring in somebody of Dr. Myra's caliber to to help us in Bicol University. Kanina, maybe you saw me calling everyone because I really put my effort for this purpose. I really wanted everyone to view this event this morning because I want everyone, the College of Engineering, Industrial Technology, Pulangi Campus, Fisheries, Agriculture, to consider bringing in a Balikchian Pista. It's never too late, my dear friends. Although my term will be ending by next year, but we can continue this program. And this experience we have sa CS, I think we can learn so much from this. And on this note, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here. And I'd like to express personally my gratitude to Dr. Myra for choosing Bicol University. Dahil ko pinangarap, Dr. Myra, na inang pipiliw, no? Because I really had a hard time. I had a hard time in 2017 bringing in scientists of your caliber. Because, of course, we don't have yet the name that would equal us to UP Los Baños, UP College of Manila, etc., etc. But we chose to be part of Bicol University. And with that, Bicol University is very, very much indebted to you. We hope that all the things that you discussed with me last Monday would come into fruition. Magayon po ang plano ni Dr. Myra. Kung pwede lang siguro we extend her tenure here in BU, more than 6 months, ano Dr. Myers? I think you can do so much. You can do so much to deepen the foundation and to enhance the capacity for faculty members to do research. And one of the things that I'd like our faculty members to develop is coming up with competitive proposals that we can sell to funding agencies. And we have already done that under my incumbency. And this is not a mission impossible thing, my dear friends. We've done that during my term as your Director for Research, wherein we were able to get 56 million from CHED. And we've done that also for PICARD under the leadership of Maris, wherein we got more than 50 million funding from DOST. According to DOST, the money is there. What we need are good proposals, which are competitively done by individuals like Dr. Myra Villarreal. So with this, my dear friends, thank you for coming, and I hope this will not be the last time that we will be having a Balikchian Pista in the person of Dr. Myra. Maybe she could have a reincarnation next time, or maybe invite other individuals of the same renown. Ang sapuyang advice sa mga deans and directors who are here, please look into this possibility of inviting experts, not only scientists, my dear friends, not only biology experts, chem experts, because the Balikchian Pista program is open to technologists, is open to experts, it's open to professionals. Sabi nga ni Ami Casabago, it's a program that was designed way back in 1975. Kan sa tuyang pigigulong presidente to address yung brain drain. Because at the time, my dear friends, there was this diaspora of professionals. They were leaving the country, and the only way to lure them back is through this program, which luckily the present president, President Duterte, institutionalized into a program by issuing a Republic Act last June 2018. And true enough, we are one of the first few SUCs who became recipient of this program. So again, thank you very much, Dr. Myra, for this opportunity of working with you.
Thank you, Sir President. After listening to the inspirational message from our university president, let us all again be entertained by another tense number from the selected students and faculty from the Institute of Physical Education, Sports and Recreation. Once again, let us give it up to the IPSR dance crew. slide. Thank you very much to the trainers, Professor Mendaza, and the director, Carmina Sanchez. And now, to do the introduction of our honored guests for today, Mesdames and Sirs, please welcome the Dean of the College of Science, the ever-dedicated Dean, Professor Jocelyn Enano Seray.
Thank you.
Good morning. It is my pride and honor to introduce to you the most important guest we have today in the university. She obtained her BS in Agriculture and MS in Microbiology degrees from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, and her PhD in Agriculture from the University of Tsukuba in Japan. She is currently a DOST PCHRD Balik Scientist with Bicol University as her host institution, and at the same time, affiliated with the Faculty of Life and Environmental Sciences of the University of Tsukuba in Japan. Prof. Villarreal is engaged in functional food research, especially in the use of natural products from foods for health, and has authored and co-authored more than 30 publications on this field. Prior to her pursuit of PhD and work in Japan, she has previously taught at the Biology Department of Ateneo de Manila University. She also served as Quality Control Manager at the Peter Paul Philippine Corporation and worked as a URA, University Research Associate at Biotech UPLB. On a personal note, I am Manay Joy to Myra because I was her dorm monitor way back in college. So I was the monitor then, a probinsyana from Irosin, Sorsogon. I was chosen to be the monitor. And all of them would come and see me seeking for late night sleep. Kasi sila mag-aaral sa labas ng dorm. So the monitor, sikat na sikat, ako yon from 1990 to 1993. Ano, Doc Mike? So we were dorm mates at the UPLB Men's Co-Ed Dormitory. And we shared a lot of things way back when we were in college. And we reunited just last year through Messenger. Inad nila ako sa group chat ng Men's Co-Ed Dorm. And then, Dr. Beth and I were looking for speakers. We were challenged because of the virtual OJT of the BS Bio department. So, ayun. I asked Doc Mai if she can be one of the speakers, if she can host the webinar, and she said yes. And after that, communications started, and dumating na yun sa punto na we planned for applying for the Balik Scientist Award. Of course, it was a very tough task, no? Presenting the college to be the host, and the TLDC, the Tuklas Lunas Development Center, headed by Dr. Beth Kahuday, was one of our forefront. And of course, the current addition, another research under BCHRD, which I also lead. So, the experience of the college in terms of research and development is one of the reasons why we were able to got hold of this award. And of course, Dr. Myra Villarreal was so persistent also. No? We had a lot of Zoom meetings. Our Zoom meetings would be held normally at night. So, dear friends,
May I present now to you Dr. Mai, we call her Dr. Mai, a Balik scientist, a Bicolana from University of Tsukuba, Japan. Welcome to Bicol University. Thank you.
Diyos marahay na agaw po sa inyo na boss. Diyos marahay na President Mascareñas, our distinguished members of the faculty of Bicol University. Again, good morning po. Ako po si Myra Villarreal. I think I've seen my name many times today already. Just in an hour, I've seen my name mentioned. I mentioned in many posters and in presentation, and also mentioned many times. And actually, the honor is mine to be here. And today, I will tell you about Balik Scientist engagement here at the Bicol University. So, according to PCHRD, I'm their first, the 2022 Balik Scientist awardee, and that came with both good and bad news. That we hope we will. The bad news we hope we can also pass, and everything is workable anyway. So before I start in the capture, since I established my own area. So according to my birth certificate, I was actually born in Legazpi, Albay. So I'm really coming home. But I grew up in Naga City, Camarines Sur. So if you're familiar with Naga, I grew up in Barangay Liboton. And at present, I'm a resident of Tsukuba City in Japan. So my family is in Japan, my husband and my daughter. But my mother still lives in Naga City. So I mentioned that I am also affiliated, Doc Joy mentioned that I'm affiliated with the University of Tsukuba. This is how the campus would look like on a sunny springtime. Okay, it's beautiful and it's really very conducive for studying. You don't see anyone around except at lunchtime. So Mamundo during winter, actually. So you all know where Japan is, right? But some of you probably don't know where Tsukuba is, except for Nansan Sijil. So you all know where Tokyo is. You're familiar with Tokyo, and also you know Mount Fuji. And Tsukuba is an hour away from Tokyo, north of Tokyo. You can take the train or just the ride in a car, and it will just take you an hour and about 10 minutes to go to Tokyo Station. And Tsukuba City is known as the Science City of Japan. So in Tsukuba alone, there are more than 300 research institutes, and 29 of them are actually national research institutes. National means they're funded by the government. So these are just some of the members of, they're collectively called the Tsukuba Life Science Promotion Association. And these are some of the members. I will just mention one. Of course, University of Tsukuba is a member. And KEK to the left, upper left, that's the High Accelerator lab. So it's the largest particle physics lab. If you've seen the Da Vinci Code, not Da Vinci Code, the second Da Vinci movie, not the Da Vinci Code, what is it? The Angels.
Yeah, the angels and demons. So the history there, they created the particle, the God particle. And I think they do that in Switzerland. And that's the biggest energy accelerator. The second one is in Tsukuba. It's in KEK. And another one that's actually popular is JAXA. So you're all familiar with NASA of the US. And the Japanese equivalent is JAXA. So if you go to Tsukuba, you'll see this sign, go for a walk, meet a PhD. Because they say that for every 20 minutes that you take a walk, you'll meet someone with a PhD. So that's what they're saying. And of course, you have also the biggest, second biggest pharmaceutical companies in Japan. You have the Astellas, the Eisai, and the others. And all these national institutes. And for those who are planning to do their master's and PhD, you can actually choose to go to any of those, except for the private pharmaceutical companies. You can choose to do your PhD in any of those institutes. But your home university could be University of Tsukuba. So in my case, I was in the University of Tsukuba the whole time. So for my academic background, so I asked Dean Joy, anong sasabihin ko? So just introduce yourself. So I will start by telling you how my love for science started. So I finished my elementary school I obtained my elementary from Calawag Elementary School. And it's not in Calawag, Quezon, as most people think. It's actually located in Barangay Calawag, Naga City. And Barangay Calawag, when I was a student there, only had 4 small buildings. And every time there's a typhoon, we didn't have classes because the water would fill up to the ceiling. So that's how sad looking and very grim yung outlook if you look at the school. But I credited my teachers for being, very motivating and very loving to the students. So my love for science started when I was in grade 3, and I think I credit my teacher, Mrs. Princesa, for that. So I got the first honor award, and then the Excellence in Science award when I was in elementary. And then I think the first honor award brought me to the what we call the star section at the time. Now we have the science high school in Naga City. So at the time, I was very fortunate to belong to the star section of Camarines Sur National High School, and I graduated a class valedictorian. I was awarded the Jerry Ross Leadership Award and the Mercury Drug Excellence in Science Award, and this is something that maybe the youngsters don't know anymore. We had NCEE that time. So that, I was really surprised that I got a 99 plus rating, but that opened a lot of doors for me. So I got, I think, 2 scholarships because we were really poor. We still are poor, but at that time we were dirt poor. Just to let you know, my mother is labandera po. So aside from the STFAP at UP, I had my scholarship as well. So, but being a student also, you have to be involved in extracurricular activities. So I was active with Operation Smile as a volunteer. I was also a 2-time Naga City Youth official. And I even worked as a barangay secretary. So I was involved in doing census, so everything about, I know everyone in Barangay Libotong at that time. Because I did all the census, I sent all the letters, all the calls for hearings, etc. If a neighbor won't pay their debt, they will go to the kapitan, I will serve the notice, so all those things. So that was my life when I was in high school. So my life changed when I went to UP Los Baños, where I obtained my BS Agriculture, major in soil science, and my thesis was entitled Symbiotic Effectiveness of Rhizobial Strains on bush sitaw and snapweeds. So I think some of you probably know my advisor, Dr. Erlindes Paterno. So most people were scared of her, but she was impressed that I was not scared of her. Sabi niya, ikaw lang ang din nag-ihibi. Sabi ko, ma'am nangibig man, pero pag daig na itang katobangan. She was really kind, and as a poor scholar, it was really very challenging. That's why when I wanted to go to UP, my mother told me, "Dai ka na magtuman. Pasyarta ka sa San Roman. Magdumang ka sa magbiyo ka." Then when I got the scholarship from Ateneo de Naga, she also told me, "Okay, di ka man pala mag-Ateneo." Sabi ko, gusto ko man maging Los Santos. Nagparahibig si mama. Hinibiyang ko nga. Hinibiyang kami. Anong gana ako siya. So I went there, and Dr. Paterno was very motherly. So when my allowance wouldn't arrive yet, so she would pay for printing of my thesis, etc. So professors in Los Baños, it takes a village. I'm very emotional, I don't know why. So anyway, it takes a village, and in my case, it did. So and then I pursued my master's in microbiology, majoring in microbial genetics, and this time under the supervision of Dr. Raimundo, another kinatatakutan. So I think I have that passion for going for the kinatatakutan professors. But she became my very good friend. In fact, she became my ninang. And we're still in touch up to this time. And I was also a UST SF scholar, and that was my exposure to UST, how they manage everything, and it's very challenging. So, and then after that, I worked at Peter Paul because I became a registered microbiologist after I finished my master's degree. I became a registered microbiologist. So I worked at Peter Paul as their quality control. I will tell you about it in the next slide. And then I taught at Ateneo, and then at the time, I applied for a Mumbushi scholarship or the MEX scholarship. And then I went to Japan for my PhD, but for those who are planning to do this, usually for the first year, you can start as a research student, and during that year, you apply for admission to the graduate school, and then when you pass, then you can start your degree the next year. So for my Mumbushi scholarship, it was a 4-year grant, the first year as a research student. Parang acclimatization of sorts. So for my work, which I think the DJ already mentioned, I also mentioned, so I worked at Biotech UPLB as a university research associate. So after I finished my undergrad, I worked with Dr. Paterno's project. It's a PICASTAR funded project. There's no PICASTAR now, I heard. So yes, at the time it was a PICASTAR, and I worked in her lab. And then the second stint was while I was doing my master's, because my research was quite tedious. It took me a long time to finish it. And coming from a BS Agriculture, going to master's in microbiology, I had to take a lot of courses for BS Bio students. It took me another year of courses before I could actually start my master's research. So it extended for a year. So at Peter Paul, are you aware of Peter Paul Philippine Corporation? If you go to Manila, you pass by Candelaria, diba? And there are many coconut manufacturing companies. So this company exports to Hershey's and also to Mars. These are the makers of M&M. Also, they export a lot, and they also sell locally. So their local clients are Goldilocks and Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know if I should say this, but anyway. I'm friends with the president, so I hope he will forgive me. So anyway, I was the quality control manager there, and then also the assistant quality assurance manager. The QC manager is in charge of the production, quality, checking, etc., and testing. The quality assurance is the overall quality of the product, how you would present yourself to the clients, etc. And then after leaving UPLB, I went to the industry. I realized my heart is for the academia. So I went to Ateneo, and I taught there for 3 years in the biology department, teaching biology courses to undergrad, also handling thesis students, and also teaching laboratory for the environmental science. And during that time, I applied for my master's, for my PhD at the University of Tsukuba. So I thought that after finishing my PhD that I would come back here immediately, but I think hindi talaga pa mangyayari. Diba? Sabi nga ni VP Lenny, kung nakatanda, mangyayari. So after I finished my PhD, I worked as a postdoc, then I became an assistant professor, associate professor, as a lecturer. So this year, I'm working as a lecturer so that I can come here to do my balik-science. So I have no teaching duties now, but sometime in autumn I will have. So as a member of the university, you can belong to different research center or graduate programs as well. So I also, although I was a member of Faculty of Life and Environmental Sciences, I was also a member of ARENA, the Alliance for Research in the Mediterranean and North Africa, and SIGMA, the School of Integrative and Global Majors, which is the English program, graduate program. So maybe when we have time, maybe the deans, you can ask me about SIGMA. It's a very unique approach of Tsukuba for having their graduates, or handling their graduate schools, graduate studies. So I was a member of what is called the TLSI. So for this graduate program, the professors are not just the University of Tsukuba professors, but remember the different institutes. The professors are also coming from the institutes, from JAXA, etc., and also from world-class professors or world-class universities abroad. So I was tasked of coordinating these lectures with the universities from abroad. So which universities? I'm very much involved, more than 100% with the University of Oxford professors. We also went to Stanford to talk to renowned professors in Stanford. We went to Wageningen University in Netherlands, also in University of Montpellier. And we had classes usually by Zoom during the pandemic, but before we used to have them come to Japan. Well, Japan has money to fund their travel and also the high incentives for the University of Oxford professors. So that's a very unique collaboration between the industry and the university for graduate studies. So for the research, in biotech, I did work on plant growth promoting rhizobacteria, and we had a field study in Zambales. It was right after the eruption, 1991, we had the Mount Pinatubo eruption. So the plan then was how to introduce microorganisms so that the lahar area would be useful for agriculture. So that was the challenge. So we mixed the plant growth promoting rhizobacteria with rhizobium and did several field trials there. And that was my first exposure to field trial. And we did plating, bacterial plating of samples to check for the viability of the bacteria inside a van. So that was really all field. And at the University of Tsukuba, this is where I did my work on functional food science research. So we did a lot of work on the effect of foods, medicinal plants on health. That includes melanogenesis, cancer, inflammation, metabolism, cell differentiation. And I was also fortunate to be able to work at the Ludwig Institute for Cancer Research at the University of Oxford as a visiting researcher in 2017 for our work on the anti-cancer effect of the polyphenol apigenin. So this is some of the work that I've done that I am hoping, I don't know, maybe I'm sure collaboration can be done and we can also work with at least one of the companies here because I'm a close friend of the person in charge. So when I was doing my PhD, I did some collaborative work with the Mitsubishi Rayon. So this company develops the DNA microarray chips. So you're familiar with DNA microarray. So this is a small chip that contains the probe for many genes. So you can have up to 30,000 genes in one small chip. So for this company, they're developing a chip that will test for all the genes that would be significant for for pigmentation, for skin pigmentation. So I did a lot of work for them, checking some of their probes, if they work or not. So we published this results, of course, in one of the papers that we published it's published in 2012 in the Journal of Dermatological Science. And we also did work for Nano Innovation Lab. So this lab is making this Suna Bio Shot. So this is a shampoo. So this shampoo will make your hair darker naturally. So because it contains natural products that will eventually stimulate your melanocytes, the cells that produce the pigment, to produce more melanin. So the president, the CEO, he's already, I think, almost 80, and he was, Maramite, so you got my hair. So because sila muna yung mga guinea pigs, they try their own products on their own. So that's how dedicated they are really to their product. And really, for 70 plus year old guy, his hair was darker, and that's why it's a testament. So they use a technology called the nanoparticle. So it's like making a nano level, so nano size particle that contains or that holds all these natural products, so that it is maintained inside the shampoo. So when you use it, it will be in contact with your cells and produce the pigment in your hair. Okay. And another one is with the Nippon Flour Mills. So this Nippon Flour Mills is a company that produces pasta, oil, and other food products. And we did work also with them for the anti-inflammatory effects of natural compounds. So now allow me to talk about the Balik Scientist program. As they have mentioned already, I'm here for a short-term engagement. So we divided this into 3 phases because they still have commitments in Japan. So the first phase was done remote, and we did already some classes with BUCS. And this is phase 2, and I will come back in September for the 3rd and the last phase. So, Balik Scientist. So who is a Balik Scientist? A Balik Scientist, as already mentioned by Our Lady of the Ceremony, is the science and technology expert who is a Filipino citizen or a foreigner of Filipino descent, residing abroad and contracted by the government to return and work in the Philippines along with his or her field of expertise. So as a historical background, it was already mentioned by Ma'am Ami, that it was established by a presidential decree on October 24, 1975, and it was only for a period of 5 years. So it was reinstituted in 1993 through Executive Order 130, but was signed into law by the best president of the country, and into the Balik Scientist Act, and it is now under the Office of the Undersecretary for Research and Development, and this act is known as the Balik Scientist Act. So basically, this is to support the participation of science, technology, or innovation experts of Filipino descent in research and development initiatives for our country. So, like Sir Nolly mentioned, that yes, not just for professors of the academy, you can also invite experts, especially in innovation. And for this, actually, I talked to several of my friends in Japan who are also Filipino, in case that I will invite them for a talk here and be willing to give a talk, and they all said yes. So yes, to answer your call earlier, Sir Nolly, yes, I think I would like to also be actively engaged in bringing more Balik Scientists to be. So the Balik Scientist program aims to reverse the effect of brain drain, as I already mentioned, strengthen SMT capabilities, accelerate flow of technologies, and promote knowledge sharing. So, and then from the Harmonized National Research and Development Agenda and the National Unified Health Research Agenda, Balik Scientist program identified their research priorities. So when you have in mind someone to invite as a balik scientist to BU, just keep in mind that they have identified research priority areas, and that should match the identified priority. So for PShared, okay, so you have the priority areas on industry, energy, and emerging technology. For PICARD, of course, it's agriculture, aquatic, and natural resources. For PCHRD, it's mainly on health. So there are different subcategories. The same with PShared and PICARD. I just enumerated this one for PCHRD. So for my engagement, it's under PCHRD, and they have different classifications, and my engagement here falls under the priority area, functional foods. So functional foods for health. So Binjoy already mentioned how we got to this. It was in 2021 that I was invited to give a talk to a VS Bio 3 OJT activity. And my first desire to become a balik scientist actually started way back in 2016. But as a working mother, I also had commitments to my family. My daughter was still in high school, so of course, si mommy ang busy. And then, of course, when the stars don't align, things don't happen. So I think that's why we're here. So we have now Bicol University as my host institution. So why BU? So when I was thinking of who will become my host, because UP Manila was willing to become my host when I mentioned that I think I would like to give back to the country. I think it's time, especially if VP Lenny will become the president. I'm sorry, I should not mention this. Someone told me that maybe don't mention this, but that's one not my main, but that's one of the considerations that I was actually considering. But after listening to her speech, I realized that now that she's not the president, I think it's more important that we come back. So the aim is in support of BU's R&D mission, establish a mammalian cell culture lab, which the universities in the whole Bicol region and even most of the zone need. So that's why when I was talking to UP Manila, and then Binjoy said, you're also very much welcome in BU. So I didn't know how to go about this, but then I prayed and I realized that I should go where I'm most needed and where my home is. So Bicol po. And then when UP Los Baños heard that I'm coming back for balik scientist, Professor Raimundo told several professors, UP Manila wants to host Myra as the balik scientist. We should also host her. So that become a trio na. But then of course, like I said, my heart belongs to Bicol, so I think I can do more work here. But I also recognize that working together with UP Manila and UP Los Baños will make this engagement more fruitful. So that's why the activities here include teaching, mentorship, and we will write a proposal for a BU-headed USD research project that will establish the Animal Cells Culture Lab. So the people at BSP told me that a project that is with a balik scientist will also get a priority in terms of proposal submission. So you will have additional people supporting your project. So the dream is for BU to become the center of research on functional food through a nicer health or other avenues at BOSP. And of course, the dream is for us to establish an income-generating animal cell culture lab. So the work that I will also do with UP Manila and UPLP are in support of my activities here at BU, which is And then, therefore, my engagement with them is to establish a research collaboration with them to further improve BU's capacity for research and instruction. So their research proposal, their research work will also help add as a background for the research that we will do here, and also they will work with us in realizing our dream for BU to be the center of research on functional food here in the Philippines. So the focal persons for my engagement, for BU, of course, we have our beautiful and sexy and alluring Professor Jocelyn D. Serrano, the Dean of College of Science. And for the co-host, my good friend also Marilyn P. Balolong, the Associate Dean for Research and Public Service at the College of Arts and Sciences in UP Manila. So while Dean Joy and I are in men's dorm, Len was in women's. So why am I mentioning this? One of the things that I learned from the professors in Oxford is about collaboration. He said, one of my friends said that collaborate with your friends in research. Collaboration in research should be with people you love to work with, because you will enjoy it. At the same time, you will achieve great things together, and that will just for the benefit of science. But at the same time, you're happy and you are achieving great things with a smile. Okay, so also another professor from UP Los Baños is also the focal person, Dr. Rachel Gale Pallier, who is the director of the Institute of Biological Sciences in UPLB. So we will have a series of meetings with them for the proposal that we want to write, and of course we hope that you will also be involved, because I hope this is if we can have all hands on deck. Of course, we can have the dream, make the dream a reality faster. So it was already mentioned that BU is the first BSP host in the Bicol region, and this is a map from 2020 or 2021 from Balik Scientist, the website. So Legazpi has no mark there, or the whole Bicol region. So I'm very honored to put that mark. So I would like to tell you about the background of the ideas for proposals for research at BU. So again, collaboration is the key, but in my work at Japan, gave me all the ideas that I think we can also use in order for us to do great things here. So for a long time, I was a member of ARENA, and ARENA had projects focusing on the utilization of functional bioresources from semi-arid and arid region in North Africa for health. So the premise is based on this plant adaptation, that the interaction between plants and their environments has been a major driving force behind the emergence of natural products. Okay, so you know this, for biology teachers, chemistry teachers, and biology students, you're aware of primary metabolites and secondary metabolites, okay? And they say that the secondary metabolites are the more structurally and chemically diverse. So they include the flavonoids, basic and phenolic compounds. And the reason that we chose samples from the arid region is that arid land plants have higher polyphenolic content. And the Bicol region has its own unique microclimate and therefore a unique plant composition. We have our own pili, right? Which other regions don't have. We just tell you that we have a unique sources of these plant bioresources. So I'm showing you these photographs. These are photos of the samples that I have worked with in the past. And the one on the lower right is argan root. What does that photo remind you of? Garopili, ano po? So the first time that I saw argan, that was the first thing that came into my mind. So garo man sa napili. Even olives, very similar. So for olives, I will tell you about one of the research work that we did. So if we establish our mammalian cell culture lab, we can also do something very similar. So we had this paper on the anti-inflammatory and anti-arthritic effects of pentacyclic triterpenoid muscinic acid to NF-kappa beta inactivation. So this was in collaboration with this food company that I mentioned to you. So the problem is we have arthritis, and remember that in Japan we have many senior citizens, and one of the main problem is arthritis mobility. Okay? So during the olive oil production process, we have the high value product, which is the oil, okay? But olive pomace, itong garusapal, magayanan ng sapal. So that's just thrown away as waste. And even other materials also thrown away, they all contain muscarinic acid. So this company thought of utilizing this waste, which is the olive pomace, to use as a product. So this is the clinical, the in vivo test that was done. So you can see on the right side, the paw of the mouse. Okay, so the normal, so the lower two photographs, they were induced to have inflammation. But if you treat them with, or fed them with muscarinic acid containing, you can see the reduction in the inflammation. So you can see that it's very effective. So from that, they created this food, muscarinic acid jelly. So it's only sold in Japan, I think. So it's like our jelly Ace, but it comes in a sachet this big, like your small coffee granules. And then the idea is that we're all busy, you can just put one in your bag, and then when you're having your snack, you can eat one. And that already gives you the muscarinic acid dosage for the day. So, like a muscarinic acid on the go, so to speak. I think we can do something better than this, right? So, Dr. Len Balolong actually is working on, she's also working on functional food, and the bacterial product that she will have will also be made into a functional food. So sabi ko, why not mix it with the pili flesh? So we can also work on that, and that's one of the things that we hope we can work on as a future project. So the muscarinic acid jelly, you have the pomace, which is the olive root extract there, and they have all this grapefruit seed extract, water, etc., etc. So it's remember that this company is a food company, so they have a capability of producing this. So fortunately, I know someone in Manila who is the head of the company, the head of the department that makes all the jelly, like a jelly Ace. They also make Avon lotion. I used to be their consultant before. So maybe if we will come to this, we can ask them to make a small production for us. I don't know, but that's something that I have in my mind that I hope will become a reality. So if we can have a food supplement from one of our, maybe pili, I don't know, that we can make into a jelly. Okay, if we can address malnutrition in the form of this jelly, I think that we will all be better for it. No need for Nutriban. So we need we also had clinical trials for this. Of course, I was not involved. The company did all this. So they chose this island in Ehime, Japan, because this island has a lot of, the population is dominated by seniors. And they did the clinical trial, so they gave them this jelly to eat, and they improved their arthritis score. Okay, sorry, I didn't note it. So the idea is to improve their knee pain. So the score was to improve knee pain. But, I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, the elderly actually lost weight. So the losing of weight actually contributed to the improvement of knee pain. So in the end, they said that overall the product was effective, but whether it's attributed to its anti-inflammatory effect alone is now inconclusive. So yeah, you can also attribute the improvement of knee pain to weight loss, okay, but no harm to the participants of the trial, because they were also all tested. So I also had worked with Morocco. Like I said, argan tree is also is very important to Morocco, and one of their main export is argan oil, which is famous as cosmetic oil. So I don't know why, is Pili already considered an intangible cultural heritage of humanity? Not yet po. So maybe we can also apply for
I-apply
this.
ba yan?
Diba?
Sa cultural.
So it's argan practices. So it's not just the argan itself, but the argan practices are considered intangible cultural heritage of humanity. So in Bicol, we have our great Pili. So maybe UNESCO should start. I think we have to apply for that. So how do they separate this? So you have the fresh fruit. If you dry it, you can have the shell, and still with fruit with shell, and then the kernel. Ganun talaga pili siya. So if you separate it further, you have the pulp. Diba, we have also pulp. Pag nila manantay, kinakakanta sa with salt kasi ramen. So this one, you can also use it or check for its functionality. You have the nuts. And the nuts, of course, is made into argan oil, but there are also byproducts that they used to just feed to the animals. But this time, you can also actually use it for cosmetic preparations. So we published papers on the effect of the leaves, on the shell, and on the oil. And I'm working on other parts right now, which I hope I can submit this month. So that's one. So when I see this, I see Pili and the work that we can do with Pili, and I hope it can be made into a reality. So once we have our lab, it's basically just a basic testing using a cell culture. We check for whatever parameters. So for this one, we check for the effect on skin pigmentation because it's famous as a cosmetic, diba? So we check for the effect on melanin assay. So it's basically testing for the effect, culturing the cells, doing the assay, and for the mechanism of the effect, you have to check for the expression of genes and the proteins. And if you look at the photograph on the right, you can see those are the melanin extracted from the cells. And you can see that it's very effective as a whitener. Okay. So we provided the scientific evidence for its effect. So I hope that we are able to help increase the value of their product. So ang naisip ko, why am I helping Morocco? I should be doing this for the Philippines. So those things started even in year 2013. I had those thoughts already. But maybe I'm still gaining some expertise at that time, and that's why it was not yet time to come back. So when we established the mammalian cell culture lab, we are thinking of having just this instrument. You just basically need a centrifuge, a microscope, a CO2 incubator, and a clean bench to do your work. And if you want to do genetic analysis, of course, you need a PCR machine. You need to check for the protein, you do Western blotting, etc. So these are just some examples of the cells. Even if you just have 3 cell lines, you can do so much. If you have blood cells, you can check for anti-cancer effect, cell differentiation. If you have urinal cells, you can check for the effect on Alzheimer's disease, anti-stress, etc. If you have melanoma or pigment cells, you can check the effect on skin pigmentation, especially because cosmetics are very much in demand, or whitening products are very much in demand in Asia. So the upcoming BSP activities that we'll be doing, we have functional food webinars. I will also be mentoring students, and if the faculty would also need my assistance, I'm also willing to give you my time. And also we will be writing or preparing for a research program with concern be faculty in collaboration with UP Manila and UP Los Baños. And I already mentioned this to some of the members of your faculty at Bio, that for years you have been doing thesis. Maybe you could put some students, several students, research outputs together and come up with a paper. So that's also one of the things that I hope we can work on during my short engagement. So I think I would like to end Balik Puso, Balik Scientist, and Balik People. Thank you very much again for Sir Noli for all the hard work for the preparation of the documents, and of course to my dear friend BUCS Dean Joseph de Serrano, the BUCS staff, Lopez na abala po, just mabalos po sa inyo kabos.
Yes, Mabalos.
Thank you very much, Dr. Villarreal. Ma'am Villarreal is open for your questions, clarifications. If you wish to ask some questions, she is gladly or welcome your questions. Anyone? I think there is none.
I will answer.
Okay. Dr. C. Dr. Opel.
Thank you so much, Dr. Myra. You know, listening to you is not only exhilarating for me, it's both emotional for so many reasons. At first, when I got the invitation yesterday, I thought I was invited because I'm a graduate of the Bicol University College of Science, and I'm with the BCHRD. Until this morning, I was telling the president that I have an appointment at 9 o'clock to come here. And then he told me I'm already here. So, siya pala na unang nagpunta dito. So, we have so many things in common. Not only I'm also a Lenny supporter. As South's Lenny supporter, I cried during her speech in the Pasasalamat. My lacrimal glands are always wet each time I would listen to her speech. I think it's this particular lecture that you gave void my sentimental feeling right now that, you know, I have 3 children. All of them, all my 4 children graduated from the Philippine Science High School. And the reason, one of the reasons why I accepted the BCHRD task given by Dr. Noli was really because gratitude to the DOST for you know, making my children scholars. But the offshoot of that is just like you went to Japan because you went to UP. So my children also got very good education in Pisay. And so now, almost all of them, except one, are abroad. So iniisip ko talaga yan, kailan kaya babalik yung mga anak ko. So, this is a very beautiful opportunity for me when Dr. Noli was saying that there is such a thing as a Balik Scientist program. Which reminded me that Attorney Norley, just a month ago, invited also my daughter, who is a WHO legal consultant, who is you know, Masters in International and Human Rights Law, to teach in the Bicol University. So next year, magtuturo si Julian dito sa Bicol University. Pero what you're doing is, I think, much better. So I have 2 children who just graduated. Jules graduated from an IT and finance program, and then also can raise medicine. So there's a chance that they can come here also, just like what you're doing. So there's a lot of things, I think, that your speech, the first ever awardee of our country, to that really best program by the best president of the country. And another thing is, I feel melancholic because dapat in 1994 I got a scholarship to go to Japan. At that time, I just came back to the Philippines. I mean to Legazpi City, started my practice with a growing family, helping my you know, siblings also. I turned it down because I had to, you know, stay put and then feed my family and then help my siblings. So one of the reasons why I'm also so much attached to your speech is we belong to that club you called as the Dirty Poor Club. So galing ako doon, kaya nakaka-relate ako sa'yo. But more than that, I can relate and I'm very excited because you presented those researches. And I remember the first research I did, coming here to Bicol in 1994 also was with BMC, the Bicol Medical Center. Used to be BRTTH in Naga City. It's a Japanese study. So I want to ask, my question really is related to that because a Japanese drug company, made me study the effect of bionormalizer. It's actually pineapple extract for liver cirrhosis. And we had an amazing result for that. Being the dean now of the College of Medicine, I'm pretty excited because we are in a state wherein there's a dearth of our College of Medicine instructors and professors, I mean. And then the doctors are actually dwindling in numbers who would like to teach. So I think that's one of the incentives that we can also offer to the faculty, an opportunity for them to do research, international research, similar to what you have been doing. So my question really is with regards to the possibility that we can make a tie-up with your university, the Bicol University College of Medicine, in doing clinical researches using our native plants and all. I saw what you have done, and these were really amazing. So if it's possible, that would probably, encourage our faculty to stay and grab that opportunity. So my next question is it possible also for you to be invited to our College of Medicine so that you can also share your experiences with our faculty? So they will have an idea that after all, research is really, exciting. That it's something that can really make you, be brought to different parts of the world, go to the different parts of the world that you have done. And of course, we can explore what Ma'am Joy really loves, that is about plants. And then we can actually collaborate with the College of Medicine doing clinical studies using those plants that are available here in the locality. So I want to ask those questions. So number one, whether we can do clinical study, and then number two, whether we can collaborate and invite you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much po. To answer po your questions, your first question is whether you can collaborate with professors or doctors in the University of Cuba. That can be done. When I go back to school, even before, I think I would like to email some of the professors that I am friends with. Again, it's all about relationships. So even in Japan, I think you can do great things if you are friends with everyone. So we can do that. So when I was actually doing my research in the university years before, I was also tasked, as a postdoc at the time, I was also tasked of assisting medical doctors who were doing their PhD in doing their analysis for their samples. So if you look po at several of my publications, it was together with medical doctors and their work on the anti-cancer, anti-liver cancer effect of some of the monophenols. So if I can get in touch with one of those, he's not in Tsukuba anymore, he's in Yokohama, but he's the one that I'm closest to who's doing something probably similar to what you're doing. So to answer to your second question, of course, pwede po. And actually, I mentioned to Dean Joy and to us of Dean Joy, si Associate Dean si sa medical.
I see Doc RB.
Si Doc RB, sinabi ko po na
She visited us.
when we make our plans, these are just all ideas now, but I've discussed this with the UP Manila because they're the ones with the Phil Diamond project, and they have the functional food, this lactobacteria product, and they're finished with the project, and the next stage will be to test, I think, in vivo. So at sabi ko, why don't you do that together with us in BU? And the third phase, which will be the third phase of what we are going to propose, is actually a clinical trial. Sabi ko, who better to do this than doctors? So we are really banking on the help of UBU Medical School in making all this a reality. Because we want to also establish a functional food, because that's what UST is also having as a vision, that we create our functional food. And in Tsukuba, we always have or work with doctors in doing the clinical trials. Kasi I can study that in detail, reading, but there's no substitute for actual training in clinical health.
Yes. So we can do study in people to add to the population of the study.
So yun nga po, in case it will not be possible to do work in Japan, what we can arrange, that I am positive, is we can have the project here. Maybe we can invite people from Japan to give us a talk, and also maybe some training if we invite them over here. So we can also arrange that.
Thank you so much.
So I think there's no hurdle talaga. If we just work on it, it will be surmounted.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. C of the College of Medicine. And once again, Dr. Villarreal, thank you very much. Listening to your talk, I was in awe, and I am amazed with everything that you have shared. Thank you very much. So I have this. Any more questions? Any more questions? If there is none, let us now proceed to the awarding of the Certificate of Appreciation to our most important guest for today. May I call in our University President, Dr. Mascareñas, together with our VP for Academic Affairs, Dr. Amelia Dorosan, to award the Certificate of Appreciation to Dr. Villarreal, to be assisted by our Dean, Professor Jocelyn Serrano, and the Program Chair of BS Biology Department, Dr. Lilibeth Kahuday. Sirs, and madam. Allow me to read the Certificate of Appreciation. Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Dr. Myra O. Villarreal, the DUSTPC-HRD Balik Scientist Program awardee, for sharing her invaluable insights and inspirations with her talk, Balik Scientist Engagement at PU, Balik Puso, Balik Pilipinas, Balik PU. During the DUST Balik Scientist Program, Balik Puso, Balik Pilipinas, on May 19, 2022, at BU College of Arts and Letters, Amphitheater, Legazpi City. Given the date, 19th day of May 2022 at Legazpi City. Signed, Professor Jocelyn Serrano, MSc, and signed, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas, Super President Pro. Once again, Dr. Villarreal, thank you very much. How about a round of applause to our distinguished guests? Along with the certificate, please receive a bouquet of flowers from all of us. Thank you very much. Dr. Villarreal, we hope you will enjoy your stay here in Albay, particularly here in Bicol University. Please allow me, granting that you are all in the stage now, can we do the photo ops together with our key officials and our honored guests? May I call on everyone to come near the stage for our photo opportunity with our honored guests and key officials.
Kailangan picture taking tayo kasi rare o baba na. Ang iba sa taas, ang iba sa wala na yan. Iba yung ma-photo off daw muna kami. Photo off. ma'am. Lahat po.
Again, may we invite everybody for a photo overshoot.
Okay na? Sige, kay check muna. Sige, kay check.
1, 2, 3.
Without mask?
That mask?
Without mask.
FB?
Lahat may booster. Without
Okay po. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. May program pa.
Ako na po yan. Ako na ako. Ito. Inuma.
Thank you very much, everyone. We will still continue to have numbers for you. So I think it's okay to continue with our program. And now we shall now listen to the response from the faculty of the PS Biology Department, and that will be given to us by no less than Professor Charmaine Ardales Alonso.
Nasa nagrelingan. Take it away.
Pleasant morning to our University President, Dr. Arnulfo Mascareñas, Vice Presidents Dr. Amana and Dr. De Rosan, the deans and directors, to all the faculty and staff of Bicol University, and of course to Dr. May Villarreal. First of all, thank you for sharing with us your life story. Madami kaming nakarelate. Kasama na ako doon. Kasi from dirt to poor, I also worked my way up through scholarships to finally break the cycle of poverty. Okay? So, patriotism comes in various forms. For some people, it's a simple gesture of patronizing local products, while some people would show it by serving our underprivileged fellow citizens. For others, it means going back to the country to serve, share knowledge, and inspire colleagues to perform better. This latter form of patriotism is the kind embodied in the Balik Scientist program of the UST, as mentioned by Dr. De Rosa a while ago. The map shown by Dr. Mile, also a while ago, is in the Balik Scientist program website of the UST, and the host institutions there are as of 2020. And you can see the host institutions were clustered in Metro Manila and nearby provinces. It delights me to think that soon, their updated map will also be in Bicol region through Bicol University as one of the host institutions. I have high hopes that this would be the first of many future Balik Scientist engagements of Bicol University and other higher education institutions in Bicol to further enhance our capabilities in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Having heard the lineup of activities
activities to be implemented by Dr. Mai, particularly the teaching and mentorship. I will be one of those who will be mentored by Dr. Mai because we have this research on locally isolated fungi. Okay? So we in the Department of Biology and the rest of the faculty and staff of the College of Science are all excited to work with her and be involved in the realization of all of these plans. We therefore commit ourselves to collaborate, entertain new ideas, and embrace better ways of accomplishing our tasks. All of this for the service of our students and countrymen. Her visit is actually a Pandora's box of opportunities in the context of collaborations as well as explorations of the qualities of decolonization. We may not have the best research facilities as of the moment because we are still improving many of our teaching and laboratory facilities. But I'm sure that you would agree with me in saying that Bicol University houses many of the best homegrown talents. And the best minds would always be open to learn more so that they could continue to share the beacon of wisdom to those in most need of it. Good morning once again. Thank you very much, and God bless us.
Thank you very much, Professor Malonzo. Before we end this program, we will be hearing the acknowledgement from the program advisor of the MS Biology Department. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Raymond Savio Regalta.
Our esteemed President, Dr. Arnold Mascarenhas, Dr. Ramelia Torosan for Academic Affairs, Dr. Luis Romano, Vice President for Research, mga magiging po natin Dekano at Direktor ng iba't ibang kolehiyo, units and centers, Professor Jocelyn Serrano, of the College of Science, Dr. Lilibet Kapunday, Chair of the Biology Department, chairs of the different academic departments, faculty and staff, students, of course, Dr. Myra Villarreal. Magandang araw po sa inyo. This is indeed another milestone, a first for Bicol University, particularly for the College of Science. Science and sciencing is not a sole effort. It has always been a collaborative and integrative, a merger of ideas to explore life processes. Having Dr. Myra in our midst, I vividly remember our small conversation way back sa UPLB with then Professor Emeritus Diego Fernandez. Nalala ko po ang sabi niya sa amin, huwag niyong ipagsiksikan ang sarili niyo sa UP. Parang go to the provinces and help and improve the science, and particularly microbiology in the different state colleges and universities. Having Dr. Myra in our midst, as our balik scientist, that is an affirmation of this particular. In behalf of the Biology Department and the College of Science, allow me to express our heartfelt gratitude first and foremost to our dear President, Dr. Mascarenhas, for accepting and committing the BUCS as the host college for the Balik Scientist program. This is another legacy on top of your many legacies, as it is the first BSP at Bicol University and in the region. I do believe that this legacy will continue and will be carried forward. To Professor Jocelyn Serrano, Ma'am Joy, for being at the forefront of this activity and your untiring efforts in the realization of this endeavor. Our chair, Dr. Lilibet Kapuday, and the rest of the faculty of the Biology Department for preliminary welcoming Dr. Myra and for the support of this particular endeavor also. The BUCS administrative and accounting staff for all the admin concerns with regards to the BSP program, the working committee, the very dedicated and supportive RAs behind this event, and of course, to Dr. Myra Villanueva for choosing, among many others, Bicol University and UCS as your host institution for the Balik Scientist program. As early as now, we thank you for your efforts in building our capacity, not only for the biology department, but also for the College of Science. We look forward to engaging and working with you and sciencing you. As cliche as it may sound, nag-align po talaga ang mga stars and celestial bodies at magiging kasama po kami sa pagpunta sa mga exciting parts. To the big academic community present here, thank you for sharing your precious time. Diyos mabalos po.
Sciencing.
Thank you, Dr. Regaya. Another word, science. So, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our program for today. This has been Johan Rio saying thank you very much. And in case no one has told you yet today, please know that you are wonderful, you are important, and you are loved. Let us all be safe, and God bless us all. Good night.
I will just share this with the Oh, hindi kasi ako kumain ng cards. Sorry.
Pakaon ng taon na si Doc Mike.
So, do you go to Naga every day?
No, dito siya sa ano, sa ANA Bed and Breakfast.
Ilang araw na?
Sa July 30. Pero uuwi siya sa Naga sa Sunday, Saturday.
I'll wait for dinner.
Sige, sige.
Sama na ako.
See you when I see you.
Ano pa ako mga